think you know where you are? You don't have a frickin' clue. A lot of legends touch this turf. All-Americans, Hall of Famers, national champions. I gave my all here. They gave their all right here on this field. See, this place isn't just a football stadium. It's the Roman Coliseum of college football. It'll wrap you up, it'll consume your body and your soul. You can't think, you can't speak. Man, forget trying to hear. This place is unlike anything you've seen before. So tick-tock, boys and girls. The countdown to kickoff starts now.
He's down the sideline. Holy Toledo! There's Congress Holloway. Go for the ball. Malone's got it. All by himself. Is there a flag on the play? I don't see one. Touchdown, Carter! Neyland Stadium in an uproar. Has it blocked it. They blocked Tennessee blocks the punt. What you're sold. The Tennessee fans can care less. Still on his feet, breaks a tackle on the right sideline. Well, my
goodness. Welcome to the Countdown to Kickoff presented by UT, Knoxville Alumni, and Tennessee Athletics. Happy Big Orange Friday to you, and thank you so much for joining us today for our virtual pep rally. I am Jason Swain, former Tennessee football player, UT alum, and host of the Swain event. This event would not be possible without our partners and sponsors, including Coca-Cola, Farm Bureau, First Horizon, Food City, Graduate Knoxville, Graphic Creations, One Riverwalk, Pilot Company, Threads, and UT Medical Center. Let's get started today. Today's highlights include an interview with former football player here at the University of Tennessee, Billy Ratliff. Also, keys to the game. We will also play an interview with Brian Niemeyer, the linebackers coach. Remarks from Chancellor Don D. Plowman and Power T Tradition. Remarks from Dean of Students, Shay Kidd House. Also, our recipe and demonstration of smoked chicken wings and more. So first, let's get started. Let's hear from linebackers coach, Brian Niemeyer. Coach, thanks so much for being with us today.
Hey, Vol Nation. How are you doing on this Big Orange Friday? I'm Brian Niemeyer, the inside linebackers coach at the University of Tennessee. We've had a great open week. We worked a lot on fundamentals, got back to basics, really refined a lot of things in our game plan. This week, getting ready for Arkansas. Obviously, with them running an up-tempo offense, it's important for us to get back to the ball on defense, protect the ball on offense, being able to run it and make explosive plays in the pass game. So we've done a great job with that. The kids have worked really hard, and they've taken on the challenge, and we're ready to move forward and play the game. Whether you're cheering on the Vols from home or you're on Rocky Top, we're fired up for the game tomorrow, so I hope you are too. Go Big Orange.
Love that hat from Coach Niemeyer. Love it, love it, love it. Ready for the game for sure. So happy to have with us today Chancellor Plowman. Chancellor Plowman, thanks so much for being with us today.
Thanks for having me. And I want to just take a few minutes to say how proud I am. And I want Vol Nation to be proud of the student body this fall. This has been an unusual fall, to say the least. And, I think about how it began in the summer. Our student athletes began to come back after our abrupt disruption in the spring. And our student athletes were the first to get back and begin to wear their mask and follow the protocol that the athletic department and SEC had set up. And they've done such a great job, I think, really being role models for the rest of the campus. Our students have adapted their behavior. We've been doing testing. We spiked. We had a lot of cases in September. We put in place some measures to try to get those down, and those measures, and I think students' willingness to lift up and be part of the community's effort together really made a difference. And our high at one time was 682 positives on a given day. And this morning, I think the number was 58 students, a total of over 60 altogether on campus. So we've done a really good job. We've been testing every dorm and fraternity and sorority house. And so far, our positivity rate remains really low, less than 1%. So I just want everyone to, when you see a student, tell them thank you for what you've done. They've really adapted their behavior, and they've done the things that if everybody in our whole nation did this, I think we'd get through this quickly. And I'm really proud of them, and I'm really super proud of the athletes. So I know tomorrow it's a big game. I'm excited. I'm going to be cheering so loud from home. I'm not going to be at the game, but I have a lot of confidence in our coaches and our team, and I couldn't be more excited for us to go out there and win this ball game. Go Vols.
Chancellor Plowman, thanks so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
Looking forward to the game. If there's a big play against Arkansas that I remember, it is the big-time fumble recovery by Billy Ratliff in 1998. Let's rewatch that big moment right now.
Arkansas will have the ball. Tennessee has one timeout remaining. 1:47 to go in the game. And Arkansas comes to the line with Sterner putting his team in the I formation. The tailback is Shikuma. Two receivers to the left side. As Sterner stumbles and falls, fumbles the football. It's been recovered by Tennessee at the 43-yard line. Sterner comes out of there, stumbles, lays the ball down, and Billy Ratliff is on top of it to recover at the 43-yard line. What else can happen, Bill, to Arkansas? The quarterback is marked too long to sneak. They need to go to Henry. This will be Martin. This will be Henry. He dives. Give him 6. That's a touchdown, Tennessee. Travis Henry, Sterner at quarterback. He's going to let it fly across the middle. It is complete, but it matters not. This football game is history, and the undefeated Volunteers of Tennessee remain just that way. It wasn't easy, but it happened as the Volunteers lead and win 28-24.
Big-time players make big-time plays and big-time games. And, hey, big-time guests step up in big-time shows. So we got Billy Ratliff with us today, who is joining us. When you need a big play against Arkansas, you call Billy Ratliff. Billy, you got any plays in you for tomorrow?
Hey, man, I think I can give you one, man. That's just walking to the game and showing up. I don't think I can give him one play because I know me, I would tap out on the first one.
Well, if that one play is anything like it was in 98, I think we'll take it. We'll take a fumble recovery and extra possession.
Yes, well, I would love to do that, man. If they put me out there, I'll give it all I got.
Billy, I want to show you something. The Billy Ratliff Award. Billy Ratliff Award.
Wow, man.
It is what comes to mind.
Oh, man, you know, I still remember the day when they made the award and they gave it to us on senior day for the award event, and I didn't know anything about it, man. And when Coach Former read it off and told me that there was going to be a Billy Ratliff Award, that it would be going to someone each and every year, basically to show people that, you know, how much work and dedication you mean to your teammates and keep coming back from injury after injury and still give it all you got. And it was an honor, man. I mean, it's still to this day, it tears me up. And just knowing that they're giving an award out is amazing.
It's an award that goes to the player who serves as an inspiration to his teammates by his attitudes and actions, Billy. And that's you coming off a bye week, Tennessee, needing a big-time win. And the bye week is a good time to kind of evaluate yourself and challenge yourself, dig down deep. Billy, just give us a little bit of insight of what does it take to make a big play at defensive line? How important is the defensive line play in the SEC?
Well, it's huge. I mean, the up front is the most important thing that creates a lot of things as far as winning ball games. Without having that presence up front as a defensive lineman, it's tough with your linebackers and DBs where you see them out there in coverage. They can't cover for 6-7 seconds because if they do that, you know, the offense is going to be very productive. And as a defensive lineman, you got to do your job first is beating the man up front with your one-on-one battles. And if you can do that, you typically control a whole lot of things that come out with the outcome of the game.
Coach Pruitt talked about if you can't get to the quarterback, just getting your hands up. And, you know, I've seen times when guys would get their hands up, and that's a good time for the offensive lineman to kind of to push them and get them down. So, what's the trick, Billy, to make sure that when you get your hands up, that you're not making yourself vulnerable to being pancaked?
Well, I tell you, man, it's a tough situation, man, because sometimes when you get your hands up, it typically can get your ribs broke and stuff like that because it's tough. So the way Coach Brooks always taught us, man, is when we penetrate and we can't get off blocks and we're standing there, but we have to sit there and act as we're getting a rebound. So we try to knock the ball down like blocking a shot. And it's just like, a broken pass up. And that's what we did. If we couldn't get to the quarterback, knock the ball down to help the defense.
Billy, what do you want to see from our football team tomorrow? I know you defensive line, so you're always going to look at those guys. I look at the receivers all the time, but what do you want to see from this football team tomorrow?
I don't even look at it as wins, losses anymore because right now we need what it's going to take to create these recruits to still come. And it goes back to what Coach Chavis used to always preach. Unbelievable effort. Going out there and give it all you got and leave it out there on the field and make sure the team that you played against remember who you were when you leave that field, whether you win or lose. If we can go out there and give it all we got, 110% effort, and leave the field, whether we win or lose, I think it'll be a great thing. So that's what we need to do tomorrow, just effort.
Tennessee's coming off a bye week, and when you're playing these SEC games, it is physical. I mean, it's physical in practice, Billy, with even out the games. But Tennessee's played 5 games back-to-back. In the bye week, what are you expecting to see from this football team coming out of a bye week?
I think we're going to see a little bit more explosiveness. I think they found some things that they needed to work on the last ball game when they lost, where the running backs need to learn how to break tackles when they're going one-on-one battles with DBs. They can't be allowed to be tackled by one player. Defensively, we got to get off the field. And I know Coach has preached that over and over. We got to get a little bit more 3-and-outs because we're standing on the field as a defensive unit too long. Offensively, we got to be physical up front, and hopefully that's what they've been doing. Trey, he's blaming himself that he hasn't played to his potential. It's time for him to step up and become that leader that we've been looking for. He needs to be the guy that he asks for them. Coach, we need to run the ball behind me and go and hold himself accountable where the rest of the guys follow his lead.
Hopefully we see that tomorrow, Billy, and man, hopefully we see the defensive line play with the inner Billy Ratliff, right? And push the lineman back and create a turnover. Billy, thank you so much for your time today. I really, really appreciate it, man. It's always good to catch up with you and relive the good times.
Hey, thanks for having me, guys.
Absolutely. Billy Ratliff, national champion. National champion. That's how you always have to introduce him and address him. National champion, Billy Ratliff. So thank you so much, Billy. Now it's time for Keys to the Game. You heard Billy just a minute ago, but I want to share my keys to the game. I think Tennessee, number one, needs to rush the football for over 175 yards. Trey Smith is one of the best in the country, this offensive line, tons of potential, and they've yet to live up to that, but they have opportunity tomorrow. You have Ty Chandler, you have Eric Gray, and those guys are certainly capable of breaking some big-time gains. Arkansas, hey, they average 175 yards on defense rushing. So opponents have had success against them. Tennessee is looking to do the same. Number two, win the turnover margin. Arkansas is one of the best teams, not only in the SEC, but in the country at turnover margin, which simply means that they do a good job of taking the ball away, but they also do a good job of protecting the football on offense. So they give their team extra possessions. Tennessee needs to win the turnover margin, whether it's +1, +2, create turnovers, and get back to taking care of the football, which something Tennessee did in the first 2 games of the season. Number 3, gang tackle. During the bye week, you get back to the fundamentals. You get back to just the basics of running to the football, wrapping up, securing the tackle. Gang tackling is my 3rd key for this football team defensively. So number 1, run for over 175 yards. Number 2, win the turnover margin. And number 3, gang tackle. Gang tackle. Now it is time to introduce the Tennessee Traditions segment of the program. And today it's all about the Power T. So let's learn more about how this tradition came to be in 1964.
bold, symmetrical, striking. But of course, you already knew that. This isn't just a logo to Vol Nation, it's a unifying emblem. It represents a spirit, an attitude, and even shared values. It's a point of pride for an entire state, something to live up to. The Power Tee first appeared in 1964. Coach Doug Dickey debuted an early version for branding reasons. Fans immediately took to the sturdy mark. In 1977, the Power Tee got a slight makeover. The new look was even bolder. Another slight variation was debuted in 2015 when it also became the primary branding mark for the University of Tennessee Knoxville campus. The Power Tee elicits emotion and expectation. The standard is high at Tennessee. All who don this mark share the memories of the past and the purpose of the future.
Nothing like the Power Tee. Nothing like it at all. Vol Nation, join us on game day like never before. Head over to allvols.com to learn how you can gain more access to behind-the-scene features and exclusive game day experiences only available through the Vol Access Game Day Pass. Visit allvols.com to purchase your pass today. We all know that 2020 has been full of challenges for many of our students due to the pandemic. And today, I want to give an opportunity to Dean of Students Shay Kidd House, who's joining us to update us on just how the students are doing. Welcome, Shay. How you doing today?
I'm doing great, Jay. Thanks so much for having me. It has been quite a challenging semester for our students, as Chancellor Plowman alluded to. And, you know, college is typically tough, and then you add a global pandemic to the mix, 2020 presidential election. They have navigated quite a bit, but even still, our students are so resilient. This year, we welcomed the largest, most talented class, and Zoom has become second nature to them. So they're logging in, they are engaging in their classes and events online, and it's been hard, I'll admit, to connect to students because so many of our classes are online, and mattering and belonging are two things that we've really focused on. And so as we've heard feedback that our students are feeling isolated, we've begun to offer more events online, or I'm sorry, face-to-face, so that we can engage with our students. We also continue to see an increase in mental health needs. And so we are supporting our students online through the Office of the Dean of Students and our counseling center. And then lastly, our students have been affected financially due to COVID. So I'm so excited that we were able to raise $350,000 for our Student Emergency Fund. And this week, I'm excited to announce we opened the Big Orange Pantry, which will serve as a food source for our students, faculty, and staff on campus. So in closing, just over the last 8 months, a lot has changed, but a lot remains as it relates to being a volunteer. And as we think about the Power Tee that we just saw, the spirit, the attitude, the shared values are the same, that we are making a difference. Our students continue to lead and serve and to participate and engage and make a difference in our campus, in our community, in our state, and in our world. So I think that I have the best job on campus. I get to be right in the middle of all of this as our students navigate this hard time. And we look forward to a better day when we are post-COVID. But in the meantime, we continue to support our students.
Awesome. Shay, thank you so much for joining us today. It was great to hear update on the students.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Now, let's hear from Assistant Vice Chancellor for Alumni Affairs. That is Dwayne Wiles. Dwayne, are you ready for a virtual chest bump or a virtual Tennessee high five?
Let's go. I'm ready for both, Jason. Good to see you again. And thank you so much for the opportunity. You know, before our team takes the field tomorrow, let me share with our audience, and many of you have heard me share this before, but want to share with you how you can be proud, be involved, and be invested in UT. Be proud by showing your Big Orange spirit and wearing your orange every Friday. Be involved by supporting the newest members of the volunteer family. Help us welcome incoming students by calling a vol, writing a vol, and recommending
future Vols. Be invested by making a gift of any size during Big Orange Give, which is our annual day of giving, taking place on Wednesday, November 18th. Help us spread the word on social media. We have a big goal of raising $2.5 million in 24 hours to benefit students, and we need everyone to be involved on this very special day. It's always a pleasure, Jason, spending time with you. You are doing a wonderful job in hosting our Countdown to Kickoff events. Let's go beat Arkansas and go Vols.
Let's do it. Let's do it, Dwayne. Thank you so much for your time and your update today.
Anytime, Jason. Take care.
Now, let's hear from Chef Tyler White, who is cooking our tailgate recipe of the week. It would not be a perfect football Saturday without good food. So today, Chef White from the UT Culinary Institute is here to show us how to make smoked chicken wings with Alabama white barbecue sauce.
Hi, I'm Chef Tyler White here at UT Culinary Institute. Today we're going to show you how to make some smoked wings and an Alabama white barbecue sauce. Our Alabama white barbecue sauce is going to start with mayonnaise. This is a unique barbecue sauce. It's not going to have any tomato in it. It's not going to have any sugar. We're going to add whole grain mustard, horseradish. This is the unique ingredient. We are going to add cider vinegar, a little bit of hot sauce, and a spice mixture of paprika, garlic, salt, and pepper. This is similar to a ranch, but not a ranch by any means. If you're used to dipping your wings in ranch, this will be more common. For those who don't like ranch, use your favorite wing sauce that you like. Once this is mixed together, let this sit for a good 30 minutes to let the flavors develop, and we'll be good to go from there. For our wings, we made a house seasoning that we like to put on our wings when we're putting them in the smoker. We're going to use whole wings. You can get just the drummies or just the wings, whatever you prefer. We're going to use 1 tablespoon of seasoning for 3 wings, equivalent to 1 teaspoon per wing. Dip the wing into the seasoning, making sure to get some of the seasoning on all sides of the wing. And we'll move it to our pan. At the end of 3 wings, all of our seasoning should be gone on the wings and ready to go. I like to let these sit for about 5 minutes before I put them in the smoker. That lets the sugar start to melt before it goes in the smoker. We're going to smoke these quickly, about 300 degrees Fahrenheit, using hickory wood, and these will take about 30 to 35 minutes. If you do not have a smoker at home, you can do the same thing in your oven. Cook them at about 325 degrees for 25 to 30 minutes until your thermometer reads 165 degrees Fahrenheit in the middle. When we are done, our smoked wings will come out. They'll be a nice dark golden brown. We have our Alabama white barbecue sauce to go with it, and it's ready for game day. For the rub recipe and the Alabama white barbecue sauce, go to alumni.utk.edu/countdown and go Vols.
Chef White does it again, making all of our mouths water because of those awesome looking recipes there. So thank you so much, Chef White, for this week's demonstration. Before we end today, big congratulations to Rick Sane and Beth K. Toll, who are our Vol fans of the week. If you want to be our Vol fan of the week next week and win, all you have to do is follow Tennessee Alumni on Facebook, Twitter, and on Instagram for details on how to win. Be sure to join me next Friday on Countdown to Kickoff to beat Texas A&M. I will be live at 12:30 p.m., streaming on Facebook and on YouTube. And don't forget to tune in into tomorrow's game as Tennessee takes on Arkansas at 7:30 p.m. on SEC Network, prime time television. Go Big Orange. Have a great weekend.